Another one bites the dust. Another one's bite the dust. And another one's bite. And another one's bite. Another one bites the dust. These young people don't listen. That's why they bite the dust. Young people, you have to listen, or else you're gonna bite the dust. Another one bite the dust, sadly, folks. Sadly, another person in their life lost their life. Sadly, sadly. You know, 24-year-old young man by the name of JayDa youngan, JayDa youngan, a Louisiana rapper, upcoming rapper. JayDa youngan, lost his life tragically. Another one bites the dust. That is just absurd, man. Insane for these young guys, young rappers, I should say, losing their lives in the streets because of their ops and what they believe, what they stand on, yada, yada, yada. But at the same time, what you stand on shorten your lifespan, young man. For the young rappers, we're talking about they believe in what they stand on. I dropped the link there in the description. Anyone want to, come on up. For the young ones who say what they stand on, they believe in what they stand on, and go out and do all these dubious things, shortening your lifespan, that's a shame. So let's get into it, folks. Good afternoon. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. Welcome with me. Welcome here. Welcome. Nice to have you here in the chat. Yeah. So sadly, another rapper lost his life. Upcoming rapper. His name JayDa youngan. 24 years old, folks. Only 24 years old. The young man have his whole life ahead of him. But what I don't understand is that you don't see in the R&B world where R&B singers are going at each other violently or making certain type of music going at each other violently. And for any type of music, other type of music, to say. But, the birth of this drill rapping is costing a lot of innocent lives and also a lot of lives that, people are just doing dubious things on the internet, taunting each other. When they see someone passed away, you mocking them, stuff like that. Those things are ridiculous, insane, and we need to stop them. Yes, folks. So another rapper lost his life at a young age. You know, the ends of you see seem like it's gang violence. You know, by his ops, lost his life by his allegedly to his ops. He's the second rapper to lose his life within a week and a half period because out in Tampa, we just lost another upcoming rapper. Yeah, less than a week ago. I think it was last weekend we lost a rapper in Tampa, Rolly Bands. Rolly Bands was on social media giving out his address to his ops, stuff like that, taunting, allegedly. And of course, they find him by the time he get home, then they see what happened. As for JayDa youngan, I don't really know what starts his beef with other people, why they came at him that way. But sadly, he lost his life, and his father was also injured in the incident. But he survived, and he's in still in the hospital. So I wish him a speedy recovery, and to his family. I also wish them nothing but blessings because it's very hard right now to see what's going on in this type of environment in the black community. When it comes on to the rap, drill music, the gangs, and all the type of stuff, it's just horrendous, and it's happening too much. And I think it needs to stop. Young folks, if you can change your content in your music, at least tweak it a bit instead of trying to follow each other. You can follow your own path with your music, in a different way. For example, look at Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper, stuck to his way of rapping, and he have his own success. Common as well, his own success. Nas, all these other guys that are, pioneer. Eminem. So yes, you don't have to follow. Sometimes you could be a leader, young folks. So if all of this drill rapping, and going after your ops, and terrorizing people and causing pain in the black community, leaving these mothers, without their kids, have to bury their kids. I mean, that's very sad because, from what I understand, our research was done, and over the period of about 2 or 3 years now, we lost over 200, going on about almost in the 300 rappers right now, and upcoming rappers, which is insane, man. That is so sad, so sad. But it's happening, it's happening, and I don't see where any positive results, anything is getting done, any changes are being made. We just see the same thing happening over and over again. So we don't know if, or I don't know if JayDa Young, dropped his address on social media, and people came around and did what they did. I don't know, but looking at his house was pretty much wide out in the open with low gates. I didn't see no security, no security cameras as well. Maybe have cameras, but I don't know. And if you're out there, you have quote unquote ops, people you're taunting, you're drill rapping against. At least have some type of security around you to protect you and your family, because you're out there doing what you're doing as far as your type of music. I don't condone your guys' music, but at the same time, it's your world. It's a different world for the young folks. So you have to live your life, but live it, you know, um, in a different way. Be more mindful, more peaceful to one another. You know, be more loving and encouraging instead of tearing each other down. You know what I mean? You get stronger that way when you're more loving and caring. So, young folks, this is not really the way to go as far as what we see is going on. It's pretty sad. And, what happened to the Black Lives Matter organization? You don't see them nowhere. Nowhere, absolutely nowhere. All these rappers are dying, and you don't see none of these people from the Black Lives Matter coming out and speaking out or saying nothing about this. And to me, that's absurd because they're supposed to speak out regardless of who killed who, because a life is a life. Young folks, this is not the way to go. It seems like in the business of rapping today, your lifespan is short. So maybe young folks, you might have to look at a different career in the music world if you like music, become an executive, become a producer, become also a songwriter, because those people make big money and royalties off the artists. So think about all those behind the scene work that you could do and make a lot of money. Sometimes instead of being in front of the camera, where your life is at jeopardy 24/7. And for you guys out there who are taunting you young rappers, get you some security. You're buying all these expensive jewelry. Some of you guys are wearing two, three different wristwatches and different hands, a whole bunch of chains and type of stuff. Spend some money on some security, to save your life. Instead of just blinging for a moment, then you're gone. You just bling and then you're gone. It's like lights on, you shine for a moment, then lights off. It's pretty sad, man. So get you some security guys and stop all these taunting and all these, stupid rhetorics that you guys are doing or keeping up with on IG, Instagram, and also YouTube. Because don't forget, the feds is watching, and pretty much what you're doing is self-incriminating yourself and also self-indicting yourself. You're giving the federal government the easy way to you as far as arresting you in what you're doing, showing guns and videos and stuff like that, knowing the fact that you guys are not supposed to do certain things, especially some of you guys. And nevertheless, you still do it anyway, just for cloud. And sometimes these clouds could take you into places like hyperspace. Hyperspace. When I said hyperspace, I mean like world beyond worlds. That mean in the federal prison doing some long, long stretch. Yeah. So some of these ridiculous things that you're doing could take you into hyperspace where you're gone for a very long time. So be mindful, young folks, and be careful. Because all these rhetoric, drill rapping, taunting your ops, and doing all these ridiculous things. Try to change your content, and sway the narrative a little bit and keep each other alive. Because the life you save might be yours. Just remember that. The life you save might be yours or one of your family members. So no need to be out there, you know, um, doing all these ridiculous, anus things out there, looking for ops and taunting ops and person lose their life. You're out there taunting the dead and stuff like that. All these things are ridiculous, man. I mean, I do believe in evolution and the world, evolved, but these things are, beyond, um, beyond human. These things are inhuman. So young folks, don't think this is something normal because it's not. So just try not to follow the ones who are doing that. You know what I mean? Become leaders instead of followers. You're better off and you're more safer. You see how many young rappers who are going to jail right now on RICO charges, plus the ones who are dying at a fast pace. So pretty soon you won't have no rappers around to rap about nothing because they're going to be in prison or 6 feet under. You see what I'm saying? Either 6 feet under or in prison. That's where some of our favorite rappers are going to be, or that's where they're going on a high speed. It's like a lot of these rappers are racing to go to the cemetery, and I don't understand that. I can't comprehend that. But they seem like they're in a race to get to the cemetery. That's sad and that's a shame. Because you have families out here, guys. You made babies, you have loved ones, mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers, people that care about you. So you have to do things better because you can. Young folks, this world is yours, okay? This world is yours. Pretty soon it's passing on to you. Don't destroy it. Don't destroy each other. Do better because you can, you know. Form a better pattern and you'll see a better tomorrow. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And believe in each other. Let's try to sway the narrative to a more positive scale. Encourage each other, man. Because all of these guys that we lost, Pop Smoke, Cash, FBG Duck, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, all these guys to violence, yada yada yada, so many more, you know, a lot more, you know, so many more. King Von, you know, so many more. So young folks, you have to stop, man. You guys could do better. You guys could make a better change. You know, look at the other day. Little TJ almost lost his life. Got shot in New Jersey, Edgewater. I don't know if he's still in the hospital. People are saying that little TJ might be paralyzed. I don't know. There's speculations about his well-being, but I wish him a speedy recovery. But it's too much of this nonsense, folks. Too much. Enough is enough. A life is a life, you know. And some of these people of status need to start speaking out more about how these young artists or rappers are just dropping like flies. Some big executives need to come out and start, talking about these things. Let people hear that it's not tolerated. But then again, I hear that allegedly some of these companies they take out insurance policy on these rappers. So who knows what's going on behind closed doors? It's just so much mess after mess. Don't forget the cash app, folks. $ Raymond Nugent. Hit it whenever you can, please. I appreciate you in advance. You know, yeah, so much mess after mess that have to be cleaned up. We just got over, a crazy virus, and now, people could travel, rappers could tour, make their money, and instead, you see where they're killing each other or they're catching RICO charges. They're going to the cemetery or they're going to the prison system on a fast pace. That is insane. That is insane. Right now in Miami, you have Rolling Loud going on. A lot of rappers could have been there performing their art, but yet still they're either in prison, most of them, or 6 feet under. And that is very sad. Very sad. Very, very sad. So yes, young folks, you can make a change. You can. If you look in the R&B world, you see R&B artists write songs that gravitate to people, gravitate to life, gravitate to love, gravitate to having fun. You guys can do the same in your music and in your lyric. You don't have to be doing all these drill, killing stuff, and then people go out and act on it. You guys should even know better, going out and acting on these ridiculous lyrics or these ridiculous content that you guys are spitting out. The same way you guys write these contents, the same way you could write better content. Yes, I know a lot of young youths grow up in the inner city and they pretty much rap what they see, but you don't have to make it so raw and vulgar. There are words you could use, there are ways you could describe your upbringing, your way of living without doing the things you're doing on a practical scale. You see what I'm saying? There are different ways. You don't have to be practical about these things. You know, Theoretically, you're speaking about them, yes, but don't get it in motion, creating ops and terrorizing people and causing all these ridiculous heartache for mothers and fathers and family members. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And you young folks, can do better. You can do better. Just try a little bit. You can do better. So let's change that narrative where young rappers just either go to the cemetery or the prison system. Let's change it to where these guys could have normal careers, normal families, and could go into retirement whenever they're finished rapping and enjoy their family life. Instead of seeing them behind bars or looking at their graves in the cemetery. It's nonsense. Nonsense. And to see this young man got killed at home Allegedly, I heard he was on house arrest and he got killed outside his house. His father got shot too, but the father survived. If he's on house arrest, that means he still belongs to DOC. You know, he still belongs to DOC, or or the federal government. If he's on federal house arrest, something like what NBA YoungBoy just came off a federal house arrest. So either or. So let's see what's going to happen with that, because if that's the case, then the family might be able to move forward with a case when it comes on to the legal aspects of this, even though allegedly this young man was taunting people and this act that was, presented upon him was caused by him. Who knows? Caused by him taunting people. But I tell you, he has some gangster lyrics. I listened to a couple of his songs, raw gangster lyrics. So you practice what you preach. And I always say karma is a hell of a thing because karma never misses its address. So young folks, preach better languages, you know, preach better language, preach better content, be more loving to each other, be more caring, be more mindful. The world is yours. Don't try to destroy it. Enjoy and love it. Chronic pain, inner demon. Nice to have you guys here with me this afternoon. Once again, who feels it knows it. Peace.